from his oh my.
And just took him out. But again, you got to give credit to Leo Santa Cruz. He did something.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube world? A&J'sBoxing here, back with another video. Alright guys, so it's been about 2 weeks now since Ryan Garcia's vicious defeat versus Gervonta Davis. Ryan Garcia and Joe Goosen just parted ways, right? Why? We don't know, because he thinks we know there was a mole in the camp. Gervonta found out that Ryan was hurt to the body, and you can tell he wasn't lying, because when you watch the Showtime All Access epilogue, Joe even asks him, so did he hit you to the ribs? Did he hit you to the rib, you know? And Ryan was like, yeah, he hit me in the rib. And then Ryan admitted that he quit. He didn't want to keep fighting because of the rib injury. So maybe he just didn't want to make it worse and all this stuff. But even if he didn't have a rib injury, Ryan Garcia would have lost. All right? He wasn't ready. It was like Canelo fighting Mayweather. He wasn't ready. He was never going to win. Now, if Ryan parted ways with Joe Goosen because of the fight, because he lost, because he's blaming Joe Goosen that he didn't train him good enough or he didn't give him good advice, Ryan didn't look any different. He looked the same when he was fighting with his dad, when he was fighting with Eddie Reynoso, and when he was with Joe Goosen. He looked the same, to me at least. All right, you guys go back and watch round 2. That is the most amateurist boxing level of skill that Ryan Garcia was showing. That was like watching Jake Paul versus some YouTuber, you know. You don't just, when you're at the top, when you were fighting top fighters, I don't have that experience, but I'm assuming you don't just swing, you know, swing all out trying to hit that home run. That's not how you box, man. It's like saying Golovkin is going to start swinging at Canelo, or the opposite. Why would you do that? Golovkin's going to knock you out, or Canelo's going to knock you out. So did Joe Goosen tell Ryan, hey, go out there and start swinging? I don't think he did. I think it was Ryan's own head, and I think it was Ryan's fault. The second round is what stopped his momentum. He should have used his jab. He should have used boxing skills and not just swinging, trying to hit that one lucky punch. Gervonta is not a D-level fighter who is supposed to pad your record. No, he is a guy you're supposed to come prepared, ready to show your boxing skills, and ready to show that you don't just have a left hook, that you have a right hand, that you have a jab, that you have uppercuts, body shots, anything. So if Ryan's idea of getting rid of Joe Goosen because he was the problem, I don't buy that. Now, I believe it's Ryan's own fault. He still isn't learning. Everybody can see it. And when they show videos of him hitting the mitts, hitting the bag, he still closes his eyes. He's not even sparring or fighting against somebody. He's fighting against mitt work, against bag work. You don't close your eyes every time you throw a punch. You're going to get knocked down, like the second round versus Gervonta and the second round versus Luke Campbell. Once you start fighting these other guys like Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, even Pitbull Cruz would have knocked Ryan out cold. Devin Haney, Lomachenko, And imagine if he would have fought Manny Pacquiao. Holy crap. Good thing they didn't allow that, man. Because Ryan would still be knocked out cold in the hospital 2 years later or a year later. But anyway, my take on this is that if Ryan Garcia got rid of Joe Goosen because he's blaming him that he didn't, his game plan wasn't good or whatever, I don't buy it, because Ryan Garcia looks the same with his dad, with Eddie Reynoso, and now Joe Goosen. They look exactly the same. Nothing changed. You should have seen change versus Gervonta. You didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of it. If you go back to my previous videos of my prediction, I predicted, and just before the fight too, Gervonta Davis would win in the 7th round by a knockout. Knockdown or whatever. And that happened. You know why? Because I know boxing. All right? I don't get why Ryan Garcia got rid of him. Who is Ryan Garcia going to go with? Is he really going to join Floyd Mayweather or Gervonta Tank's promotion? Or is he going to... If I were him, I'd get rid of Golden Boy, because, what Oscar did to him, what Bernard Hopkins did to him, his own trainer, left him alone after the fight. That was just absolutely trash by their, on their level. Like, why? Oscar De La Hoya did the same thing to Canelo Alvarez. Oscar didn't even go to the fight. He had an excuse that he was back as an addict or whatever. He wasn't even there. You know why? Because he knew Floyd was going to beat Canelo, and then Floyd was going to talk all this crap. So Oscar didn't have the balls to be there. He did the same thing to Ryan. He wasn't getting threats. If you were getting threats, you wouldn't have gone to the fight. If you were getting threats, you wouldn't have gone to the weigh-in. Right? You'd be in hiding. You'd be protected. No, instead, he wants to wear see-through nipple shirts like he's a woman or something. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with Oscar. But if I was Ryan Garcia, I'd leave that man, dude. He's crazy. He's always on coke. He's always drunk. Even Canelo said it. These are facts. I'm not making it up. I might be making it up. I might be lying. Don't sue me. Don't sue me for defamation. Everybody knows it. But anyway, why did Ryan Garcia get rid of Joe Goosen? And who else could be his trainer? Who? I don't know who. Maybe he goes back to Eddie Reynoso. Maybe, but I think Ryan's got to listen to his coaches. I think it's a Ryan Garcia problem. It's not the trainer's problems. It's Ryan Garcia. I hear that he doesn't listen. I hear that he has his own game plans. I hear that he, in the build up to if you watch the epilogue, he just kept telling his dad and his Amber Heard, or what's her name? Amber Rose looking brother, I'm going to knock him out. I can't wait to knock him out. I'm going to hit him with that left hook. He kept saying that over and over. It's like, dude, what are you doing, Ryan? This isn't John Ryder you're fighting, Canelo versus John Ryder. Anyway, back to Ryan. Like, you can tell in the epilogue, Ryan's game plan all along. And it was only in his head. Only in his head. Nobody else said, go in there and knock him out with the left hook. Nobody else. It was only Ryan Garcia. So why did Ryan leave Joe Goosen? Is it because of the mole? Does he think Joe Goosen got in contact with Tank Davis and told him all about what happened in camp? I don't think so. Or does Ryan really think that, Joe Goosen's the problem? No. It's you, Ryan. If you want to get better, if you want to be a better boxer, skillful-wise, stop worrying about your left hook, because in reality, in the past 3 fights, you haven't really KO'd anybody. You've stopped them, but you haven't KO'd them. and you were supposed to KO him. You know what I'm saying? So Ryan Garcia is the problem. On the other hand, Ryan is definitely not done with boxing. They did a lot of good pay-per-view sales, a lot of ticket sales, and it wasn't just Gervonta Davis. We all have to know that, and we all have to accept that Ryan Garcia can sell, and Ryan Garcia will continue to sell just because of his platform and just the way the world is. It's like the same thing when Canelo lost. He fought Alfredo Angulo on his comeback. Everybody bought it. Everybody watched it. And I've been watching Canelo since Shane Mosley. Every single fight since Shane Mosley I have watched. My parents have either bought it or I have bought it. Now, Saturday, will I be spending $54 on the Canelo pay-per-view plus $24.99 for DAZN? I don't think so. It's John Ryder, guys. Come on now. I watched some of his fights the other day. I was not impressed. This guy is just a muscular dude who has no speed, minimal power. He's a southpaw, but his boxing skills are just... If Canelo loses, it's because, I don't know, there's some freaking mafia thing or something going on there, but Canelo is supposed to win this fight. He's supposed to win this fight. And I don't think I want to spend $80 to watch Canelo do what Canelo's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Tank versus Ryan, where Ryan had a chance. He had that chance, man. But John Ryder, guys, I'm not watching that. Anyway, A&J'sBoxing out. Those are my thoughts on why Ryan Garcia is getting rid of Joe Goosen. Was he the mole? Or does Ryan think he was a bad trainer? You guys let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We need the likes, guys. Don't worry. We need the likes. All right? It helps me out. It helps my videos get more views. And comment down below. I respond to almost everybody who comments to me because I like talking boxing. So hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think. Why Ryan Garcia got rid of Joe Goosen.